One striking difference between a poor edit and a great edit is the movement of object on the screen. Think about all the big creators you know. You see them using this 3D zoom animation in their videos. It is not just another animation. It is a retention trick that keeps you watching to the end. Hey, wait. Who is this guy? Okay, here is the thing. This animation is stupid simple once you know the trick, and I'm about to show you how to do it in the next few minutes. Alright, so we are in our CapCut. So the first thing we want to do is to make sure we get a background set up. Alright, so I have a few assets here that I'm going to use, and I'm going to make sure that is available in the video description, so don't forget to check it out. So I have this image that I want to use for the background. I want to drag that down here in the timeline. Next, what I want to do is to crop it so I have only the sky part. So I'm going to go to resize here and then click on that, and then we're going to take this and then drag this to make sure it avoids the text and the grasses. Alright, I want to say yes. Already the screen ratio has been set to 16:9. As you can see here, it's set to 16:9 and we are fine with that. So I just want to fill the screen with this. Great. Now I just want to do a few adjustments to this. Just come over to adjustment here and then scroll down to temperature. I want to take that up, and then come down to saturation as well. I want to take that down a bit. Cool. Now that is done, I want to come to exposure and take that down a bit. Okay, I think I'm fine with this. Highlight is fine. I want to go to vignette and then increase it up to 10. Alright, that is done. I want to go back to video and then increase the size of the background to, let's say, 200, or we can increase it further to 225. Okay, that's cool. I want to increase the length of it to this point. Alright, now we are done with that. The next thing we want to do is to add a keyframe. So just want to come over to transform here, add a keyframe here, and then drag it all the way to the side. And what I want it to do is to zoom out. So I want to give it a zoom out effect. Alright, and then just come here and scale it down a bit to 150. Let's set it at 150. Alright, that is done. So we now have this zoom out effect. Alright, now let's add our first image. Just drag it down here, and then I want to increase it to this size and leave it there. And the next thing I want to add is this mountain right here. So I'm just going to drag that to the timeline. I also want to increase that. Okay, take this down to the side. Let's bring this down a bit, position it properly somewhere here, zoom in a bit. That's fine. Then I want to get the mountain and put it somewhere here. Let's scale it up. Alright, we're done with this. Now select the tool and create compound clip by clicking Alternative G. Next, we're going to reduce the size of it a bit. Right, and position it somewhere around here, this angle. Reduce the size, position it somewhere here. And then we're going to add a keyframe here at the end. Let's put a marker there. Just come over here and then click this. That is a marker. It's added right there. And then we want to add a keyframe here and add a keyframe there, and then take it back to the beginning and then increase the size. That's enough. What we want is to achieve this zoom out effect. Alright, okay, so that's for the first element. Let's add the second element. Here's the second element. We want to add this. Then we increase the length. I'll take down the size and then position it somewhere here. And then let's add a mountain to it. I'm going to add this to it. And then increase the size of it. Then I want to crop out some part or resize. Click on OK, and then I also want to use the mask tool here and then choose rectangle here, then increase this, scroll down to where you have feather, and increase this a bit until the edge is smooth. Okay, great. Now want to bring it down here Okay, I think I'll have to take this up to reveal the peak of the mountain. Okay, that's fine. Now we can place it somewhere here. I want to use the mirror key to turn the face to this other side. Come over here and then click on that. Cool. Then position it properly. Let's see, somewhere here. Now go ahead to create a compound clip. Select the tool and then Alt G to create a compound clip. And I want to position it somewhere here. Just bring it down somewhere here. And I want to increase it a bit. Position it outside the screen. At this point, we're going to reveal the second image right here. So let me put a marker there. At this point, we want the second image to come out, right? So I'm going to go to keyframe, select that, and then click keyframe, and then move it to the end where you have your marker right here. Let's add a marker here too. All right, where we have the marker right here, and then push it out. While it's coming out, you reduce the size as well. All right, that is it for the second image. So we have this. All right, we're done with the second image. Let's get the third image. This one here. Let's add it up here and then increase the length, and then we want to start working on it right away. Just increase this, position it in the middle somewhere here. Let's add a mountain to it. I want to repeat this. Just add it up here and then increase the size of it, take it down. All right, this is fine. And then I want to increase the duration of it to this point. Okay, that's great. Now let's select both. Let's select both and then make it a compound clip. All right, that's fine. Now I want to increase it a bit and then take it to this side here. Make sure it's hidden completely. Okay, we want to add a keyframe and we want it to come out somewhere here. So we still want to increase this. Double click to open the compound clip, and then let's increase this a bit. Click on this to go back, and then come over to the next one. Do the same, and then click here to go back. Now we can increase the duration from here to allow our third image to show. Now let's get to the third image, which is here, and then we want it to come out as soon as the second image shows up, right? So we're going to add a keyframe here, and then we want to move it forward. Let's add a marker here. All right, so let's drag it to the screen. The keyframe will be added automatically, as you can see here, right? Just drag it to the screen, and then let's reduce the size as well. Let's scale it down, position it in the middle. Let's scale it down a bit. Let's say 100 to 110. This is cool. Now we're done with this. As you can see here, we have this movement achieved now. The next thing I want to do is to add a sun to it. Drag it, drop it here. All right, so we're gonna hide all of this and just work with the sun. Okay, let's work with the sun and the background. We're gonna just put the sun somewhere here, position it at this corner, and then what we want to do is to add a keyframe there, and then move the playhead to the end here, and then add a keyframe, or just reduce the size, position it somewhere around here at the center. Good. All right, now that is done, let's add an effect to it. So come over to effect. Okay, we're gonna search for steam. We have it here. Just want to drag that just on top of the sun. Then I want to increase the duration. Then I want to take the atmosphere down to 10, and also take the speed down to 10. All right, so before we move forward, let's align all the keyframes. So I want to open this, all of them, and this is the end of all the keyframes. So we want to bring this one closer, and then also this, also want to bring it closer to this point. All right, that's fine. Let's add one more effect. Come to effect, and then we want to search for glitters. Okay, this, we want to drag this on top of all of them right here, and then I want to increase the length of it. Okay, to this point, I think this is where we're going to cut everything. All right, now let's decrease the atmosphere to, let's say, 20, and then the speed to 10. Okay, so now we have this smooth. All right, now the next thing we want to do is to make our keyframe animation smooth. So I'm going to right click on this and then go to show keyframe animation, open that, and then we want to open this. All right, and then select it, then come over to here where it says graph, open that, and then you want to scroll down to where you have quad ease, and then select that, then close it. You see that it changes the shape of that animation. Okay, want to come down here, other things that are apply. Aside that, we also have the X, which is left to right, so want to select that, and then add animation, and then select quad ease, and then let's come over here to this other one, which is the Y axis, and apply the same. Okay, that is done. You can now close the keyframe animation. You can just use Alt+K to close it. Okay, we move down to the second one, do the same, Alt+K to open, then select this and do the same thing. Just make sure all is added to have that smooth animation. Okay, all is fine. Then we can close this, alternative K to close it. Now we're going to select all of this and then W to cut it out. So now we're done with this and it looks great. The next thing I want to do is to add her music. I'm going to leave the link to all the assets I'm using in this video in the description, so you can check it out. I'm going to use this one. Just drag it down to the timeline. All right, so we're done with this. I want to show you the reverse part of this. I want to select all of this except the effects and the music, and then create a compound clip. All right, so we're going to have something like this: the background sound, the compound clip, and then the two effects. All right, you can also create a compound clip with this, or you can just leave it the way it is. Okay, now our concern is this guy, so you want to click on that, copy this, and then paste it here at the front here. Okay, and then you select this two as well, copy, and then paste them here, and then you want to select this guy and then come to reverse, then click on that and give it a few seconds to reverse the clip. All right, beautiful, that is done. Now you also want to get the sound here, copy it, and then move it to the front and then paste it. If you want to get better with CapCut editing, subscribe and turn on the bell icon, because I'm bringing more insane CapCut tutorial to your feed.